This week's Extra Life on F5 Live is proudly powered by EXA. EXA brings the latest technology to gamers, offering the most immersive products for the ultimate gaming experience. They've compiled the best elements of cutting-edge ENC tech, Bluetooth 5, 7.1 surround, plus extra features like dual mics and low latency into their headsets so everyone can enjoy a sensational gaming experience. And they've got headsets for Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC, plus they won't break the bank. To learn more about the headsets that are available and any current promotions, you can go to f5live.tv/exa. And speaking of Strike, I can tell you we are running some EXA stuff over there, and cannot believe how good they are for the price. Anyway, that's not our topic, but we are going to talk about prices. This week, it was revealed that Sony plans to increase the price of the PlayStation 5 in almost all major markets. In fact, the only market where they said the price will not be increasing is here in the United States. Everybody else is seeing an increase. They're ranging from the equivalent of about $30 to $80 US, obviously all in local currency. It doesn't matter the model that you're talking about. The standard PlayStation and the all-digital edition are both getting the price increases, and they tend to be about the same price increase for both models. It's region to region where the price increase seems to vary. They're saying that it is because of inflation, which I think we can, if you understand the way, manufacturing works, the PlayStation is made up of components. Those components are made up of components, and at every level they're getting hit by inflation. I can understand how that would have an impact. Generally, the way this works is the other way. The more that are produced, the less expensive it is to produce a component. But in this case, we're seeing the actual cost of the core underlying chips and silicon going up, and therefore everything above it goes up. And so Sony is increasing the price. However, Microsoft and Nintendo have both come out and said, we're not going to do that. We're good with where we are. Our prices, we have absolutely no intention of changing the prices as of right now, and don't see it as a possibility in the foreseeable future, which is interesting. I think that's either, personally, the two companies saying, we already had a margin on these things and we're not quite as worried about the increase in cost, or it's a little bit like the PlayStation 4, Xbox One E3 thing, where Microsoft went first. PlayStation saw how bad the market responded to them saying it was going to ship with the Kinect and the always on and all that. And Sony, in like the 4 or 5 hours between Microsoft's press conference and theirs, they changed their business model. Because they were going to require PlayStation Move, and they were going to have an always-on feature, and in that 5 hours, they changed their business model for the PS4. This might be the same thing, but in reverse. Microsoft and Nintendo going, ooh, people are really mad at Sony. We promise we won't do the same thing. I don't know.
I mean, it's good publicity. It's good publicity for them, I guess, to say that. But I don't understand the anger. The people who are angry about this probably already bought one, right? So,
yeah,
if they're following it that closely, that they are. I mean, there's just a lot of consumers out there who they want to buy a PlayStation for themselves or their kid or something like that, and they're probably not sitting there reading news about the cost of PlayStations all day. So people who are keeping up with this news probably already have one if they wanted one, unless they're so. I mean,
in fairness, the PlayStation 5 is still difficult to get. You can get your hands on a Series X. The Series S has never been a problem. The Switch has generally not been a problem, but the PS5 is still difficult to get. So there are. I mean, I'm on a list I've been on a list for 3.
Okay,
I'm on
so
3
okay, maybe
lists
those folks
actually for a
maybe
PS5.
those folks are upset unless they're in the United States where they're not getting a price
Sure.
raise. Which why not? Like why is America getting a break?
Maybe the margin's already better here. I don't know. Maybe they're already differently. I have no idea.
I mean, it's weird. America. I mean,
Or
America gets a real break.
are they looking to avoid the wrath of Hip Hop Gamer this time?
America gets a. I mean, America gets a real break when it comes to the
Yeah.
cost of electronics. Like, we the cost of electronics is cheaper here than pretty much anywhere. It is cheaper here. It is no cheaper in Taiwan. Like,
Right.
having been to Taiwan a lot of times, I go to the computer mall and I'm always like, oh, I bet there's going to be a cheap CPU here. I bet I'm going to save money. Never. It's usually
False.
more expensive, or at best, it's the same price. So, and if you do the exchange rates, like people in the UK are always paying more, people
Yeah.
in Europe are always paying more. So, um, I don't know about various Asian countries what people pay, but like America is the cheapest place, is arguably the cheapest place to buy electronics. So, um, I don't know why. Maybe people think this market is valuable, so they charge less. Uh,
Maybe.
Maybe there's some economies of scale here. Uh, I don't know. Maybe tariffs are less. I
Lots
don't
of
know. I
possibilities
mean,
for sure.
also, some of the prices in other countries are including tax in the price,
True.
whereas here we don't. Like, you pay the tax, but it's not included when they mention it. Like in UK, they have VAT built into the price of things.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, I mean, anyway,
It's
here's what I
interesting.
think is going to happen. Yeah, it's here's what I think is going to happen. Although I don't think it matters because we're here in the U.S., so we're probably not going to notice, to be honest. But I think that they're going to raise the price by a little bit, and then come holiday shopping time, they're just going to bring it back to what it was and call it a sale.
Could be. The going out of business liquidation sale methodology. Raise the price and then drop it and say it's on sale.
I mean, we see it all the time. We see it with Amazon Prime Day, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and other and is where you'll see something like, if you look at the price history of something, it was low. Then, like a few weeks before, or just even sometimes just a few days before, it shoots up again. And then for the deal holiday or whatever, it gets lower. And I'm not like,
Mm-hmm.
so you see that with various vendors.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's actually Amazon. It's like the vendors that use it.
Right. Right.
You will see this happen a lot. So, it's a common strategy.
It
Uh,
is.
if 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 wants to partake in this strategy, they're going to have to raise the price right about now if they want to lower it in November.
True. True. I know. I
So,
know. That, like with Hilco liquidations. Anybody who's worked in retail and been through a Hilco liquidation, um, you'll have something on clearance in your store before Hilco buys everything, and it's on clearance for like 1997. And no, this is not a real example from when Hilco did the liquidation at Radio Shack at all. Yes, it is. Something was on clearance for 1997 with a retail of $99.99. And what did Hilco do? It went back up to $99.99, and they put a 10% discount on it. Ha ha! So,
right.
before the going out of business sale, it was less expensive than during. Whoops. So yeah,
Yep.
that's a long-standing thing. So yeah, it's totally possible that we'll see something like that, maybe or maybe not here in the U.S. though.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. It's definitely an interesting situation. I don't know that we've seen the price of a console. I mean, until it's out of production, and then that makes things different. But while a console's in production, I don't know that we've seen a console go up before. The Oculus Quest 2 just went up $100 without any new features 3 or 4 weeks ago. But that's not exactly a console per se. But this isn't the first time we're seeing something in this space do it, though, because the Quest 2 just did it. So I don't know. Hopefully this isn't going to become a trend in the space of the products whose prices were announced, right? And I think that's part of it, right? So they announced the PlayStation 5. This is going to be its retail price. Hooray! We all know what we're getting ourselves into, getting excited about the product, and then it goes up later. That's uncommon. So
later is like 2 years later, though. So
it's 2 years later and it's going up, though. That's
not common, no. But
and certainly not in this space. In the gaming console space, I think it might be unheard of. I don't know for sure, but I think this is the first time it's happened. So that it's setting up first to anything uncomfortable is never a win, right? So that might be where some of the anger is coming from. I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying that might be where it's coming from.
Nobody likes to see the price of anything go up.
True.
So
true.
Sure.
So anyway,
nobody likes to see the price of anything go up.
Yeah. We'll be keeping an eye on this to see if maybe at the holidays they put it on sale back to the regular price, or if this just happens, or and if it ever comes and affects us here in the U.S. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of F5 Live Refreshing Technology. If you did, please subscribe to the channel down below, and of course hit the notification bell, because we know that subscriptions don't mean much on YouTube anymore. If you've got topics that you'd like us to talk about in the future, please comment them down below. And if you'd like to not follow us on YouTube, there's lots of ways that you can follow along with our content by going to plughitslive.com/subscribe. There you'll see all of our shows and all of the ways that you can watch, listen, and follow along.